All right, this is one of the best episodes of the first season, Captive Pursuit, episode 6 of Deep Space Nine. And what happened in this episode is an alien shows up, and this alien is from the Gamma Quadrant and is in a pod there. He gets rescued by some of the staff at Deep Space Nine, and his name is Tosk, and he really doesn't know what's going on. He really wants to just get back out and get on the run again, and his people show up at some point, and they expect a first contact situation. This is the first contact of any aliens from the Gamma Quadrant, and it turns out it's like a most dangerous game sort of situation. This is one where like it's people hunting people, and the Tosk is actually bred for stealth and to be hunted, and he actually gets like a reward out of being hunted and the like. And because of that, they want to just allow their culture to exist like this. Now, at the same time, they really want the hunt. They really don't like that he's captured, and it's not an ideal situation for them. They feel like that's a failure as a Tosk to be captured, and so he's in a cell so they prevent self-harm and the like. And then O'Brien befriends this guy, and so you get a really nice tender relationships moment with O'Brien, and you get a nice sort of build here with this character, and you get to learn about an alien culture that's very different than our own, and like of course has morals that are offensive to humans because they're hunting this person to kill them, obviously, which is absolutely crazy. So they come up with a situation where they actually like eventually kind of hamstring the people who are going after the Tosk, these hunters, and then the Tosk gets out and escapes, and because of that, the hunt is back on, and everybody's kind of happy about that, and the people like don't really want to have any kind of relationship with the Federation or anything like that anyway, and so they're out there and they just eventually leave. So yes, this presents like the moral quandary. Do we allow the culture to do what they are doing, and do we allow them to hunt and do this kind of thing and hunt a person, or do we take do we as Starfleet take a sort of deal? And of course, Starfleet non-interference kind of prevails, but they do kind of interfere in a way to like at least like give the Tosk that fighting chance to survive out there. Pretty interesting. The character has like these chameleon sort of situations where he can hide and make himself invisible and the like. Really good stuff all the way around. And of course, those moments where like O'Brien like really like befriends him is really a nice character moment that builds O'Brien as he starts to become like a main character out of like that side character that he was at in the Next Generation. So this is probably, I would probably, as I venture, it's definitely my favorite episode so far in Deep Space Nine. But it might be my favorite episode of the entire first season. Let me take a look at this. We had the Emissary, we had Past Prologue, we had Man Alone, Babel. And there's a bunch going forward. What else would I think is a better episode than this? Ooh, I don't know. I would say, yeah, this is probably the best episode of the first season. I give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Now, they do bring back the whole Tosk like sort of situation. They end up on that planet in, I believe, Rising Sun in the novelverse after the series ends. It kind of follows up on this alien species a little bit, and another Tosk type of character shows up in those novels at that. But I don't believe they ever come back to this again within the series, if I recall, possibly. So interesting stuff. And like I said, a lot of the series like really revolves around station politics, Bajor politics in the first season. But right now, this is one of the first things that we actually see that they have some Gamma Quadrant aliens and start to build on that, which they start to explore much more in the second season, and it starts to pick up a little bit better because it does get a little boring and a little contrived plots on the station with these like political fights with one another and trying to get the crew like kind of against each other in certain points, which doesn't exist that much in this episode, which is why this episode's one of the better ones out there. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, I am a science fiction writer myself. If you like my thoughts on science fiction and writing and the like, I'd like you to sign up for my newsletter. It's in the description below. I'm coming out with a space exploration trilogy later this year, which really exemplifies Star Trek. If you like these classic 90s Star Trek, I think you're really going to love my series. Don't miss me. Sign up for this newsletter. You get three free books just to be in touch with me, and I'll of course keep you updated when these cool things are coming out. All right, we'll be back soon.